If you're buying a home, we want to make sure that you ask the right questions before buying the home. So you don't buy a lemon, it's not returnable. Buying a home can be one of the most important purchases that you make in your lifetime. It can also be one of the most exciting, so we want to make sure that it's going to be a solid home. So as a home buyer, what important questions should you ask when considering purchasing a home? Hi, let me introduce myself. I'm Karen Cynowa with Elite Carolina Group at eXp Realty, licensed in North and South Carolina. Well, as a home buyer, you may want to ask a couple of key questions to the seller before purchasing, just to be sure that you're making the right decision with your investment. So finding the right home involves a little research sometimes when you're buying to be sure that you're making a competitive offer and the one that meets your needs. So asking these questions will help. Number one, why is a seller moving? Because knowing why a seller is moving can put you in a better negotiating position, and that's what we help you with. So finding out as much information as possible about the seller's move can allow you to gauge how flexible the seller might be or may not be during the negotiations. A motivated seller who needs to move more quickly due to a job location or a major life event may be willing to negotiate a little bit more in your favor. Number two, what is included in the sale? So many times people think things are included that aren't. They're considered personal property. So as a buyer, you might see an that stainless steel refrigerator or washer or dryer, and those are not considered something involved in the sale. They have to be written in separately. So any fixtures that might be included may or may not be those. So we need to know what's included. And it's really important that you ask these essential questions because those big pots outside with plants in them are personal property. And you want to know that before you put the offer in. You want to make sure that the seller is willing to part with those items that you're requesting as part of the sale and that there aren't any surprises later. Another critical question is, has there been any major renovations in the property? Because many states, the sellers don't have to disclose that. They just have to disclose if there's an issue. And so you may want to know that because the value is going to be determined on some things you might not see. They could have done some electrical upgrades, plumbing upgrades. The other upgrades you're probably going to see, they're probably pretty visible as far as that goes. So you want to know a little bit about the history and the condition because that's going to determine where your market is and the comparative market analysis to the other homes. So it's a good idea. And ask if there's any warranties or invoices. There might be some warranties on newer equipment. Number four, just ask them about the neighborhood. As a buyer, you most likely want to just get a feel about the neighborhood a little bit. And you may want to find out how old it is, if it's private roads, do they have an HOA, do they have a clubhouse? And it's just best to do your homework, do a little research and find out, make sure the schools, the amenities, the traffic, the crime statistics. You want to do all your research of that. And of course, hiring a trusted real estate professional to help you navigate through getting all the property information you need and the seller's questions answered is key. So give us a call. We'll be happy to help you make this important decision and getting the right questions and the answers for you as a home buyer.